coming up in this read. Well, now it's all coming to light, isn't it, Pisces? But that's the thing, you haven't allowed those kind of opinions to stop you. You haven't. You persevered in spite of that. Hi Pisces, let's get into your September reading. Any information that you need, as always, you can find it in my pinned comment and in my description box below. If you're cross-watching for a Pisces, then please switch over the energies, because I could be speaking directly to you, so the energy can oftentimes be interchangeable. Also a little footnote with that one, you might not benefit from cross-watching this month because the reads are a bit bizarre. I'll explain in a minute, okay? Please also do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it's absolutely not going to resonate for everybody. You only take what's resonating specifically for you, and you leave what doesn't belong to you to someone else, okay? Please also do respect the tarot and approach it with patience, an open mind, and without expectations. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Pisces, just while I'm pulling your cards, I will explain what I was saying about cross-watching. So only cross-watch really if you have those placements in your own chart. Otherwise it's not really going to be of much benefit to you, because I don't know if you've seen my community post about the content of this month's reads, but they're quite a lot different from usual, and they've been coming out like a rallying cry from the universe, and basically in-depth describing the place that, or the part that everybody's going to have to play in this great change that's happening. Now, you would have heard of this through like the Great Reset, New World Order, that sort of thing. It's not going to play out the way that those who are in charge think that it's going to play out. It's going to be quite different from that. And we're seeing a lot of structures being shaken up, basically. Power to the people type thing, you know. People like legit standing up and saying, look, this is not acceptable, you guys are no good, and basically the people getting corruption out of the picture, right? That's the content that's been coming out. Now obviously it's a little bit strange that that is what's coming out, but nonetheless I have to honor the messages that come through, okay? So the part that you have to play during this great reset, Pisces, some of yous, in fact some signs specifically, are being positioned to be in the spotlight, and others are more working sort of like behind the scenes. Pisces, your first card out was a star, so you're one of the signs that's going to be positioned deliberately to be in the spotlight, okay? I feel as well that you're helping people to wake up spiritually. People are just becoming a lot more self-aware when they're around you. And that's really, really good, because when people are more self-aware, they're more aware of the impact, whether that be good or bad, that they themselves have on everybody else around them. So you're going to be teaching the collective that there are things in the universe, for example, that are far, far bigger than just ourselves. So it's like you're literally opening up the minds of the collective and waking them up. So you're being positioned as being the spiritual teachers, okay? So we got lots of different types of teachers. You're going to be the spiritual teachers. Now if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I don't consider myself very spiritual at all, well, that's fine. But before this September closes out, you're going to be a lot more receptive and a lot more open to it than ever before, like ever. If you're already a spiritual teacher that is out in the spotlight already, you're going to find that your particular following, that's going to grow exponentially, right? I mean, we're seeing it here. It's all over your energy. So basically, as more and more people are being woken up, should we say, they're going to go off in search of a spiritual teacher, and they will find you, right? So as more and more people are going in search of a deeper meaning and finding or realizing what their purpose actually is, or what gives their life purpose, you're the one that's going to be teaching them what to do, and how they can utilize their spiritual gifts, how they can spiritually protect themselves as well, all of that sort of thing. Okay, so that's what we're seeing in your energy. Can you tell us about the environment, the people, or the atmosphere for Pisces, please? Thank you. Yeah. Four of Swords and the Fool. Like, literally, I said, didn't I? People waking up. Look. People are tired now. They don't want to be sleepwalking through the rest of their lives. And sleepwalking into disaster, potential disaster. Can you tell us more about the atmosphere, the environment, or the people? Okay, whoa, that was a huge jump. The Queen of Coins, yeah. One more, please, for Pisces. Part the Pisces will play. Thank you. Yeah, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So, just you, like, if you're wondering, well, I'm definitely not out in the public eye, I'm not this, that, and the next, that's fine. It all starts off small anyway, and don't forget about the ripple effect. So initially, obviously it is going to begin with your immediate community, with you showing kindness and compassion to those currently around you. And that in of itself is going to help to wake them up, because you're putting it to them via your actions of compassion. You're putting that message to them that not everybody is the same, that not everybody is out for themselves, that there are good, kind, honest, decent individuals still out there. And you know, it just so happens that they might not have met many of them yet. You know, so like think about your immediate community for this. I'm feeling as well volunteering, something to do with volunteering. Some of you could be looking at taking volunteer placements to help out the less privileged, should we say. I'm losing my words. So yeah, showing them kindness and compassion that way as well. Which again, like, never underestimate the impact that one person can have, you know. Let's start clarifying this energy. Yeah, this message has been coming out quite a lot as well. It came out very strong in Capricorn and Cancer spread, with the worry and the concern about the Six of Cups. That's like the children, the future generations. And you're saying, look, it's not fair that our children are going to have to carry the burden of the mistakes that society is currently making. But again, you know, we all know exactly what the corruption is, who's responsible and how deep it goes. But there's another question entirely about, well, what can we do about it? How can we ensure that the burden isn't then passed on to the next generation? So were you feeling this way, Pisces? That's not out of the ordinary at all. Like, most people are looking at the current situation through this lens. Not everybody is sitting there worried about the impact that it has upon themselves as an individual. But what impact this greed and corruption that currently is rife, the impact that that's going to have on the future generations. And a lot of people are using that as their fuel to push them forward, and for them to not give up, basically. Queen of Coins, Nine of Swords. Why is this here, please? Queen of Coins, Nine of Swords. Thank you. Two of Coins, yeah. So that's indicating that, yeah, a lot of you Pisces are already struggling to keep your heads above the water, having nightmares about how you're going to afford things, how you're going to protect your family, your home, your lifestyle. I mean, again, this is not unusual to be coming out in this month's reads. And again, like, the more that people talk to each other and share their experiences, the more everyone realizes exactly how much of a big problem this is right now. And once that starts happening, the ones who are currently in power, they will be dethroned. That's all it's going to take. Which is not much, is it? Tell us about the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, please. For the environment. Thank you. Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, I think it was it Capricorn that just had that, or Aquarius? It was one of the two. I'm sure it was Capricorn. Yeah, because at the moment there isn't enough love or compassion or kindness or consideration for fellow humans, you know, like, so someone has to start someone has to start the ball rolling on this. That's deep in thought. Tell us more about the Eight of Swords. Pisces. There's a very strong desire to want to do more as well. Page of Swords. Yeah, look, people are literally, Pisces, they're going to be gravitating towards you. They will be. And specifically gravitating towards you for what does honestly feel like spiritual information and knowledge, and for you to be their teacher. The Queen of Cups in reverse is a funny one, because that can be like insecurity. It can be someone who's very smothering. Nanny state. That's nanny state. Okay. Can you tell us more about this nanny state message, please, for Pisces? Thank you. High Priestess. Yeah. Something's not sitting right with you. It's like you're hearing something that is being put to the public, that on the outside of it, like, on the outside, it looks like it's a good idea. It looks like the ones in charge are actually taking notice of people and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But it's small beans, it's small offerings, and it just doesn't sit right with you at all. You know that there's something really fishy about something that they, being in charge, are putting forward. It doesn't make sense. Because initially they're actually going to make things worse for themselves. Tell us more about this energy, please. Thank you. The Hierophant off balance. Yeah. Yeah, that's teacher energy as well. And the fact it came out off balance, it's like the old ways of doing things are no longer working. And it hasn't worked for a long, long time. And things are changing as much as a lot of people are worried about the change, it's actually good for us as a collective. And the only ones that should be worried are the ones who are currently sitting in their ivory towers, Hierophant off balance. Yeah, because they don't learn. They don't learn. Look how they're offering the public some kind of small beans to say, hey, look, guys, we're not that bad after all. And you're like, it doesn't feel right. And you're right, it doesn't feel right, Pisces, because it's not right. And at the end of the day, they're showing their hand. And the hand that they're showing is, we haven't changed. We'll never change. You'll all do what it is that you're told, come what may. And everyone else is like, no, fuck you. That's not happening. It's not even an option. Tell us more for Pisces, please. Thank you. Wow. Look at all them reversals. Okay. So those of you who do have this public platform, you know how I said that that's going to grow exponentially, because the more that people wake up, the more answers that they're looking for, and they're going to flock to you. So like, say if you've got your own channel, that's going to grow exponentially. You got the Star reversed, the Page of Wands, and then these off balance, the Five of Cups and the World. So temporarily you're going to be censored. That's censorship, basically. But it's not going to last, right? So a temporary censorship, and then you're back out there stronger than ever. I mean, this might have already happened. You might already be facing quite a lot of censorship. But again, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be, or they are not going to be able to censor you for much longer. Because that's only going to last a set amount of time. There's some kind of petition here as well. I'm feeling worldwide support for something too. Because look, someone's trying to snuff. Like, they're not trying to snuff you out. They're trying to, like, basically shut you up. I said snuff because, like, I think of fire, that the start of like a new project, a new fire, a new inspiration, and it's like someone's trying to blow out your light. You know, they're trying to snuff out your light type thing. But you're going to be able to fight back against that. You see, some signs are facing more pushback than others. It just depends on like how you're doing what it is that you're currently doing. So like if you're out in the spotlight, then you're out at the forefront. You're most likely to come up against a lot of pushback and backlash. But if you're one of these that's more sort of behind the scenes working, then you're less likely to come up against backlash and pushback, because they're not immediately obvious. Whereas with you being more at the forefront, you're more immediately obvious, if that makes sense. So you're going to be like one of the first groups that find yourselves being censored. But whatever happens, you mustn't allow that to stop you from doing what it is that you're doing and what it is that you need to be doing. Okay, your work is vital. It is vital. Tell us more, please, for Pisces. Yeah, look, devil and the Three of Swords. See that? Fucking hell. Two of Wands, the Seven of Swords. That's been coming out loads in these reads. Because people are seeing through the lies and the bullshit and the manipulation. Queen of Swords, they're seeing it for what it is. For a while, the collective was quote unquote okay with going along with whatever corruption they knew was going on. But now that it's affecting everybody's lives individually, and it's affecting their futures, and then their kids' futures, and their grandkids' futures, now it's a problem. And now that's why people are seeing through Queen of Swords. They're seeing through the lies and the manipulation, because now it's affecting them directly. Devil and the Three of Swords. I can't get over that combination. How much more corrupt can it get? Keeping people stuck deliberately. See that wee bird in a chain. But remember the trick with the devil. It only has as much power as you give it. And all of these reads this month have literally been about the collective are now taking back their power from those who are currently in charge, because they've had enough. The bubble's well and truly burst. You're gonna see a lot of action over the next few months. You're gonna see a lot of unrest, a lot of strikes, a lot of protests, a lot of everything, and a lot of people tumbling out of their little ivory towers that they currently think that they're safe in. You're the spiritual teachers within all of this, Pisces. That is the part that you're going to play in this big shake-up. You're waking people up. It's beautiful. What else, please, for Pisces? Wow. Warning. You see that? You've been given these warnings for a while, Pisces. You've been talking to people about this for a long time, similar to Aquarius. And each and every time you were made out to be crazy or whatever, you know, or people just sort of tutted at you and rolled their eyes and, you know, ignored your warnings. Well, now it's all coming to light, isn't it, Pisces? But that's the thing, you haven't allowed those kind of opinions to stop you. You haven't. You persevered in spite of that. Let's have a look. Number 52. Okay. Right, so it says, this card was created during the height of the smoke from the eastern Washington wildfires that infiltrated the city. Crows have scouts that sit high up all over the action to serve as a lookout. It is their job to spot the signs and warn others of danger. How appropriate. Warning indicates the signs are all around you. Something less than favourable is approaching, and your attention is needed to ensure that you have time to react. Warning brings to your awareness that the red flags that you may be missing or denying, putting you in a less than desirable situation. No, you have been warning the collective about the red flags that you spotted, Pisces. From the employer who always pays a day or two late, to the partner who never seems to want to be seen together out in public, too often we make excuses in an attempt to dismiss the warning so as to avoid accepting the reality. Yeah, but people are waking up now, aren't they, Pisces? Warning signs appear throughout the various scenarios in our lives. Sometimes it takes a friend or someone on the outside to point out what it is that we do not want to acknowledge. When this card appears in a reading, consider the signs that you have received. So your job, Pisces, is to relay the signs and the messages that you're receiving, relay those on to others. Okay? And that, again, that's all part and parcel of the part that you play in this great shake-up. Do they shed light on a situation that you may have been avoiding? Yeah, like people have been sleepwalking and now they're waking up. They're waking up now, they're paying attention. And you're the ones that is going to teach them how they can evolve spiritually and how they can trust in their own, should we call them gifts and abilities? What else, please, for Pisces? Wow. See that big jump? You create your own reality. Yeah. So the thing is as well, Pisces, if you're feeling frustrated at certain individuals refusing to wake up and see the warning that you've been given them, and refusing to believe in what it is that you've been saying, you might have to just leave them be for a hot minute until they can figure it out for themselves, okay? Because where you create your own reality, they also create their own reality. But they can only lie to themselves and kid themselves on for so long until they have to face reality, okay? So that's not really your responsibility. You wake people up just by being you. Like, it's just your vibe, your essence alone. Like, so don't worry about having to verbally convince people to wake up. You're just doing that naturally, right? Be two things: who and what you want. Yep. You are the storm. Exactly. That's your essence is speaking for you on your behalf. That's what I was trying to say when I was on about, look, you're just waking people up naturally just by sharing the space with them. What else, please, for Pisces? Thank you. Shakalaka. Let your freak flag fly. I love it. Yeah, you're not allowing anybody to talk you down. Talk to the hamster, because I'm done listening. Yeah. You're spotting it pretty damn quick on who is worth you trying to teach and who isn't. Because, again, with this mass influx of people being interested in either you personally or your channel, your content, whatever it is, there is also going to be a mass influx of, like, trolls and do you know what I mean? There's a mixture of both genuine people who are honestly and truthfully looking for spiritual help and advice, but then there's also going to be like a group of trolls that come within that. So you will spot them pretty damn quick, and you'll block them quick, and you'll be like, look, I will unblock you when you're ready to be more open-minded. Like, so it's not like you're going to have this really heavy hammer on all of these, but you're going to keep it in perspective. It's like, you're not ready for my help right now. You're not ready for my advice right now. So you leave and you can come back later on when you're more receptive, you know, when you're more willing to listen to what it is that I have to teach and say, type thing. Yeah. What else, please? Pisces. See, it's you showing that compassion again, isn't it? And I don't think that people in this day and age are very used to people being so mindful. A wise woman once said, fuck this shit, and she lived happily ever after. So, with us not being too focused on gender, should we just say a wise person once said, fuck this shit, and they lived happily ever after? Seriously. Yeah. That's the general feeling that is out there in the collective at the moment, with everybody having enough of the way that things currently are, with the sheer amount of corruption and bullshit. But that's what was needed for change, you know? So this is incredibly positive, because we've needed the change for a long, long time. Now we're getting it. The path to inner peace begins with 4 words. Not my fucking problem. Let the crazy ass shit go. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to be prioritizing. Again, it ties in with that. Silence your inner critic. Tell that little douchebag voice to pipe down. So you're not overstretching at all, Pisces. And take off the shit coloured glasses. Find your new normal. Yeah, living in reality, which is a better place to be living than in this little fantasy land of these things that are currently going on and affecting other people. It's not going to affect me, yada yada yada. People are realizing that that's bullshit. They're taking off the shit coloured glasses, which is what you've been trying to tell them to do for ages and ages and ages. And now it's happening. Now they're doing it. Beautiful. So keep it going, Pisces. Amazing. So yeah, that is what I have for you. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.